Why does everyone in the Big Ten become Iowa?
Everything evolves to eventually become a crab.
Ryan Date wanted the crab fight.
This team has 2 claws and he wants to snip at you with them.
He will play like the crab if he feels threatened.
We're back. We took a long-ass break for the offseason, which was good, because now we can talk about Brendan Sorsby. Okay? Sorsby. I almost said Sorsby.
Was that on purpose?
No, it was not.
Okay,
that was not on
great.
purpose. That was just to fuck up.
Good.
Okay,
Brandon
okay.
Sorsby.
For the record,
that's what he gets.
For the record, all I know, I intentionally kept my understanding limited. I've seen headlines. All I know is everyone is pissed, and it's something to do with gambling, and he gambled against his own team. Basically. Yep. Does anyone want to fill me in past that very surface level understanding of what is going on? I didn't look up anything on purpose.
Okay, so I'll do a quick prequel that I figured out this morning.
Okay.
So our last episode from 3 months ago was called Brendan Sorsby is Cooked, and then like a few other things. And I was like, that was like 3 months ago. There's no way this story was still ongoing. No, it was a different Brendan Sorsby story. It was about Cincinnati like suing him for his NIL or something because he had broken a multi-year contract. I forgot that was a thing that even happened. Like, until I was looking back at our previous episode to see what the fuck we talked about then compared to now. So yeah, there was an entire other Brendan Sorsby media cycle like 3 months ago that's unrelated to this. Well, it kind of is related, I guess. He was using that money to gamble a lot.
Can I say he's one of the worst players I've ever seen to get this much media attention? just to say. Not that he's that bad, but this is a lot of attention on a player who's not that good in the first place. Sorry, Josh, you were about to go.
I'll say this. In our previous episode, I said I don't want to keep talking about Brendan Sorsby, and he just refuses to let us. Like, $90,000, I think.
$90,000 worth of bets over a couple of years, yes.
Over like a handful of years.
And he was not being paid at Indiana like that. Like, he was probably making, I don't know, what does your fourth string quarterback make? Like $5?
Yeah, not much.
$5 pre-Signetti.
And when Indiana was bad, pre-Signetti, yeah.
It's
so what did he do exactly? He bet against the team.
He made 40 bets that involved the team he was either A, rostered on, or B, playing for. At Indiana specifically, he made bets betting that they would either win, or in one case made one, like, I think $5 bet alleging that a quarterback would throw under his projected first half passing yards or something. Okay. Which, if I'm even being kind of generous, says, oh, he knows it's a run first game plan.
Yeah. We're
going to, like, not throw the ball around. That's what insider trading. We don't take that seriously in this country anyway. But for him to have this be a debate of like, oh, he was caught by I think the state of Texas, and then have his actions retroactively be overlooked from Indiana to Ohio to Texas now is remarkable. I mean, I think everyone knows the judge-like decision was kind of ridiculous. Like the fact that it wasn't a Texas Tech graduate judge that had to recuse himself in the first edition of this case, but a second judge that then knew Cody Campbell, like, personally, like they were at the same country club, like that level of knowing each other personally.
Yeah.
To still not have to recuse himself from this case. It's unbelievable.
Okay, but the controversy comes into how, like, the schools have responded, right? That's the whole thing. It's not that he just did this and then got caught, right?
It's what is allowed to happen. John, you gotta make a different face. You gotta make a different face right now.
Well, he's frozen. He's frozen.
The craziest way.
Yeah, I know. We should screen save that. Yeah.
So we'll edit this out probably, but for the listener, John is frozen on the Zoom call, and he is making a smile movie franchise face at the camera right now. It's very unsettling. What was I saying before my
Okay,
word
I was
locked?
asking specifically about. It's one thing that he did this, but he got caught, and then what are the schools doing about it? That's the big controversy, right? About what Texas Tech is doing, but I don't fully grasp that. So, like, if you could enlighten me.
What the school is doing, Texas Tech, now that Sorsby's been found out, is they're standing by the judge's decision. They're saying the judge has said in the case that Brendan Sorsby not being allowed to play football in his senior year would cause irreparable harm to not only his mental health, as he is dealing with a gambling addiction with some of the bets he was placing. Very indicative that this was not just like a fun pastime. It was like, oh, this is something you're doing compulsively. It would also mess with his potential earnings in the future in the NFL and would not develop his skills as a professional pursuing football if he was not able to play this season. So they're saying all those things would be affected.
Texas Tech is saying that, or the judge? Okay, so the judge is saying that
you would ruin his life, his career earnings.
Sure.
If you banned him from playing football because he was found gambling, sending money to people outside of the state of Texas to place bets for him this year.
Yeah, so that's like the FBI is involved now. It's interstate commerce clause. Like, I'm just
using
thinking,
like family members' names on his account and underage gambling at Indiana. Those are three like actual laws. You can't send money to a bookie in another state to bet for you. So, whether that's a personal friend or whatever, you can't do that. You can't gamble underage, and it's fraud if you're gambling under a family member or a fiance's name. I'm only so aware of this because in 2023, Iowa State had to deal with the exact same thing, and players were doing this stuff. And when they got caught, even though the evidence was inadmissible and the case was thrown out in 2025 November, at the time, it was like, okay, we're aware that you were doing these very clearly illegal things. You're cooked. I can't help you. It's fascinating.
Yeah, I mean, it's obvious. Like, Texas Tech is only doing this because they want to win football games. That's great. Good for them. That's their prerogative, I guess. But, like, I didn't know or see it reported until yesterday that... and maybe this was something that was just known and I had missed, but this whole thing only started because, like, the federal investigators alerted the NCAA and Texas Tech that Sorsby was, like, under investigation for this stuff. And at that point, he entered the gambling rehab to try and, like, get ahead of it as a, like, oh, my... You know, obviously gambling addiction is a mental health problem. I'm not like making light of that, but it's like they're using that as a like shield that like you can just do whatever you want without consequences because like you have a mental health problem. Like it's crazy, and the judge bought that, and they're like doing it. Part of the reasoning in the like injunction document was like the Sorsby's like mentals would be damaged irreparably for not having the camaraderie of a team and the structure of
whoever his lawyer is, by the way. Really a miracle worker.
Well, I'm just a simple country lawyer. And my client would miss the camaraderie of the locker room.
Yeah.
I will say,
dude. I think that's by far the most disgusting part of it, though, is that they're like, no consequences for your actions. We want to win football games, but we're going to use your mental health as, like, the reason for why you can play, not, like, I don't know, getting actual help and maybe not becoming like the most hated athlete in America would be good for your mental health. Just a thought. I don't know.
Wait, but I don't understand the logic that the judge is citing, because none of that is legal logic. None of that is legal logic.
It doesn't make any sense.
And then also, why would the dealing with the consequences of your gambling addiction hurt your ability to? I thought a big part of recovering from addiction is dealing with the consequences of the stuff that you did, right? It's not
correct.
like you can't possibly say that getting in trouble for the gambling would help hurt his ability to recover from the gambling addiction. That doesn't make any sense, right?
Yes.
And then
And that's what like a specialist or a therapist would say, not a judge or, I don't know, an oil billionaire who wants to see Texas Tech win football games.
And also, even if his mental health would be ruined, who gives a fuck? You broke the like that's an entirely separate issue from whether you did it and should get in trouble for it.
You broke like federal laws in the ways that Josh described earlier. Also, like, not betting on your own thing is like the most unbreakable, or should be the most unbreakable rule if you're a sports organization, like policing your own players. Like, I mean, it happens in the NFL every year. Like, players get suspended or banned for placing bets on NFL games. Like, they don't fuck around. Yeah, exactly. And no one is like suing the NFL because I'm sure their player contracts and the NFLPA have bargained like, you're not going to sue the NFL. This would go to like binding arbitration or whatever, and our rules are valid. But like, I cannot possibly understand how you're going to say that this private association, the NCAA, is not allowed to enforce this specific rule when the whole point of the thing is running, you know, dozens of sports championships, basically. Like, the whole thing is you can't bet on your own shit.
Yeah,
you can't bet on any other sport.
Come on,
like,
it's up there with like you can't get high on your own supply as a dealer. Like, it's
I was going to say the same thing. Like no matter what type of scamming operation you're running, that's the number one rule. You don't fuck with the product.
Yeah.
Like this compromises the product to a point where you have people totally unified inside the conference and out. That never happens.
Yeah.
To say this would make everything bad. There have been so many people citing like the federal case against a few college basketball players in like very low, like lower conferences in college basketball, point shaving, people making payments like digitally, like meeting with players, and like those people have all been taken and removed from the system. The system can afford abusers and violence and scandal and all that stuff, but it's messing with the product. That was the one line that even the most cynical person, I would think, would not cross. It's again, it's just baffling.
And all of those other like major scandals, like the fucking insane chuckle fucks at Texas Tech who are like, oh well, you know, what Penn State and Baylor did is okay, but gambling's not. It's like, no, those programs got decimated by NCAA sanctions for like years and years and years. Like, there were consequences that, you know, you could argue were beyond what a sporting organization should do, but like, the NCAA's point isn't like only to run sports, or also building men, and 98% of our athletes go pro in something other than sports, blah, 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 blah. All this bullshit. I fucking hate that I have to defend the NCAA. It sucks. This is not
I mean, it's just so like, it's crazy that Texas Tech is taking the stand that they're taking. Like, it's the dumbest hill to fight for. Especially because, I'm sorry, it just has to be said, we're doing this to get Brendan Sorsby on campus. He's not even that good. Like, he's okay. Like, it's not like he's not like gonna push you guys to a title. Like, probably. I mean, he can't hit the deep ball, or he can only hit the deep ball. He can't hit anything other than the deep ball. Am I crazy? Like, why are they doing all this? It's not Cam Newton. Like, you know what I mean? It's fucking Brendan Sorsby.
No, I understand. I think people have made that same argument this week. I've seen online, and people are like, "Oh, he only threw 69 passing yards against Nebraska. Like, this guy's not that good." And listen, you don't need to be NFL ready to be effective in college. And if there's like NFL quote unquote money on the table, I don't need Cam Newton to be the number one pick. I don't need.
Sure, but he's just okay.
If I have my effective, like, basically a fullback quarterback that can hit a deep ball, like, I can win 10, 11 games in the conference and make a ton of money in the playoff. Like, I understand why they're selling their soul for a guy you would say is 88 overall.
88 is like 82. like he's okay. That's what I think. It's like it's not
there
like
are
he
player
sucks.
archetypes that allow the ratings to accentuate the position.
Sure. Listen, he's okay. I get why he is incentivized to do it. I'm just saying. Anyway, whatever. Anyway, so everyone's blackballing Texas Tech right now. They're gonna fold probably, right? I mean, they're obviously not. He's not Rosa Parks. Like, this isn't gonna be a thing that they fight for. Like, it's probably going to be over. But
well, it kind of remains to be seen. As of right now, June 14th, it looks like Brendan Sorsby is likely going to be able to play after his two-week suspension. After his 2-week suspension, he'll be able to play as of right now. That being said, there are a couple things. Attorney General Ken Paxton, who has been donated to by Cody Campbell, oil billionaire, has said that if the Big 12 tries and does anything against Texas Tech as a result of this, they could be sanctioned or be litigated against. Then, that was in the state of Texas. The state of Oklahoma comes by and says, listen, Big 12, if you sanction them and Texas does something, we have your back. So now we've got a little interstate rivalry. This is what I mean. Regional rivalries in college sports. If we can't get them with conferences, we will get them in the courts.
I know.
It just took a little finagling.
Yeah, I think things will play out. I'm just shocked at how long and complicated this ended up being, and how much corruption they tried to push through for a player who's just fine, like a fine average college quarterback. He's okay. But anyway, we'll move on. Lane Kiffin. So this is our ultimate offseason. We're catching up on some older headlines. This totally got drowned out by the Sorsby thing. But Lane Kiffin came forward and he said that Ole Miss was hard to recruit for because of racism, which is probably true to some extent. But you went to LSU. How would that be any different other than they could just pay more?
I'll say this. When you are coming into a high school recruit's living room, because that does still happen even now, you have to look mom, dad, grandma, grandpa in the face and say, I have your son. Don't worry about him. Things will be okay. He will play ball and he will be a good young man. Trust me. And when Lane Kiffin says, I've told people that I got them, and their parents said, I just can't let my son go to Oxford, Mississippi. What are you going to do, man? What are you going to do?
Sure, but he's in Baton Rouge. It's not like Baton Rouge didn't do anything bad either.
That's the thing.
He's not in Napa, California. Like,
no, that's the thing. But I mean, not to take it right there, but I think everyone, I think black people in general have an understanding. You're not safe from racism anywhere.
Sure.
And where you do find community could be anywhere. That's how we've always gotten by. When you tell me I'm going to Louisiana, I can imagine so many black people congregating, having a good time in Louisiana. Welcome back to the show, John.
Yeah, a lot is.
I can imagine a life
for me
and a
to come back
community
on.
there. When you tell me Oxford, Mississippi, I imagine being in the Underground Railroad. I can't help. What do you want me to do?
I get what you're saying.
Rebels right now, today. Right now, today.
Okay, I get what you're saying, but
you can't help it. You have to shake the
reputation.
reputation, and they're not doing enough to shake the reputation. Guys still play there. You still get guys. You still get a team.
I get it. I'm just saying,
but it's gonna happen.
But I looked up any statistic, but I imagine Baton Rouge and Oxford they both have black communities. It's not that crazy of a it's like it doesn't exist.
Oh,
it's
sure.
It's the South, of course.
Exactly. Yeah. But I'm from the South. I've navigated it. All I've heard though is, you don't go out too late at Oxford, boy.
Okay, sure. Well, okay, I didn't think anyone would be defending him. I think he's full of shit.
I'm gonna disagree with your lived experiences and say that mine are probably smarter. I have a Roman avatar on Twitter, and I know a lot about this sort of thing.
Okay,
that's right. You know all the statistics off the top of your head right now.
Okay. But can we say, at least, can we separate the issue from Lane Kiffin is clearly full of shit? He's
absolutely full of shit.
It's a different things, right? Like, he's obviously just saying that now. He didn't give a shit enough about the racism when he was the head coach of the team making millions of dollars.
Lane Kiffin didn't give a shit about racism. You played it yesterday, dog.
Yeah,
it's so funny, dude.
This is.
It's so funny that Lane Kiffin is a freedom rider now, like that
from Louisiana. I'm just saying.
A month after he posted "Make America Great Again" hats on his social medias.
Fuck your feelings.
It's crazy.
I'm just saying he's not the head coach of Rutgers. It's Louisiana. It's LSU.
Go to Jackson State or it's fake.
Yes.
Yeah, literally. I don't know. Anyway, I think the point's been made.
Oh my god, bro. No,
but
the more context for the story. We've had this whole discussion. I just jumped right in. It was a story by Vanity Fair. It's kind of weird that a Vanity Fair writer was even writing this. Lane Kiffin had a fresh author to work his Lane Kiffin magic on, and the shit worked. The author's like, oh my god, this guy is so sauced up.
This guy's so intellectual.
People jumped on him for this quote, being like, Ole Miss is too racist now. Haven't heard. Thanks. Wow, you're so brave, Lane Kiffin. I can't believe you said that. And then he responded and basically said, like, listen, I don't mean to step on anybody's toes, but I'm not wrong. It's not wrong even right now. He's not wrong. But come on, dog. We know what the fuck is going on, man.
Dude.
Okay, yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
My favorite part of the whole kerfuffle was LSU fans and Ole Miss fans on Twitter trying to figure out who was more racist. And being like, no, you guys are worse than us. It's like you guys are the same.
No one has any high ground in this situation. Yeah, I say that as a Georgia fan. Okay, nobody has any high ground at all.
I live in Auburn and went to Auburn, which is the whitest school in the SEC by a significant margin. Like we have.
I didn't even know that.
It's insane. It is really crazy. It's our black student population was like 6% when I was an undergrad. It was nuts.
What percent is also on the athletic teams?
Probably.
Yeah, probably. Here's the thing: is Vanity Fair? It's based in New York. They don't know anything. They're just showing up and believing the song that a Vanity Fair journalist would like to hear. They're just hearing it from like the worst possible guy to fucking say it. So,
and also the only
hypocrite.
One that would do a Vanity Fair photo shoot
interview. Absolutely.
Yes. And it's something I forgot. Wasn't Sark involved during all this? They started arguing or something.
It was like Ole Miss just started getting drive-bys from like multiple people. Lane Kiffin called them racist, and then like unrelatedly, either a week before or a week after, maybe a couple days, Sark in a press conference was like, "Oh, it's so tough to get kids into UT Austin with our academic standards. Like, we're not like Ole Miss where you can like just transfer
What an
and get a
idiot.
degree in basket weaving or whatever." It's like, what, dude? Like, why does Sark have beef with Ole Miss?
Their basket
also
weavers were asked
guarantee-
for
I know-
comment. There was also this is after Dabo had already taken shots at them for tampering with one of their linebackers.
Okay, but that's actually something
That felt
specific
less
to be
like a
mad about.
drive-by.
No, that's not a drive-by. I'm just saying it's
Yeah.
been all right. You lost the playoff after your best season ever that Lane Kiffin hijacked by walking out the door, and then it's been every time Ole Miss comes up, something bad has happened.
You know what? Also, can I say this? All right, sorry, we're getting off. This is just I'm on a Lane Kiffin
we're not.
rant.
This is great.
I
It's the
fucking
off-season, dude.
I despised when he went to LSU and he was like, I think he said something about when Ole Miss was making a run where they're like, he was like, yeah, that was a championship team. I'm like, then why did you leave to go try win a championship somewhere else? That makes no fucking sense. If you thought that, then you wouldn't have left.
Dude,
What are you talking about?
I don't think it was involved in the Vanity Fair thing. I think it was just a different time.
Oh,
that,
separate, yeah.
Lane was making an ass of himself, but he also said that they would have won the national championship if he was.
If he was the
there.
head coach.
If he was
Yes.
the head coach, you were the head coach.
You were the head coach
You had a
and-
chance to take them to the national championship.
Yeah, okay, that was the comment I was talking about. But the thing that pisses me off is because he showed up to LSU and he's like, I came here to win a title. I'm like, but you also just said that you would have won a title had you stayed. Why the fuck did you
Titles
leave?
We
don't
don't
matter
need
to
to-
you, dog. I mean, you proved that more empirically than anyone else has ever before.
Oh, God, I hate him so much.
It's the whole thing. It's we just need to not talk about Lane Kiffin. He's just full of shit. Like,
Sure.
we'll spend 10 minutes talking about it, but like he says shit to get a response from people, and I think like honestly, Lane Kiffin. If we put Lane Kiffin's name in the title of this episode, he will be one of our 100 viewers. And he'll be like, wow, I made them talk about me for 10 minutes. These three idiots.
You'll be so
Let's go.
proud.
That's a dub, baby. I guarantee that is how his mind operates.
I will never get over the fact that he was on Nick Saban's coaching staff. Like, he just to truly learn nothing. Like, I am well established. I am not a Sark fan, but on a character level, the two were in very similar contexts to go through that and came out completely different people. Like,
I'll say this for two coaches that are not coaching right now. You know how we look at Mike Tomlin, who had Le'Veon Bell and Ben Roethlisberger and Antonio Brown on the same team, and they were all clicking at the same time. You look at Mike Tomlin and go, damn, that guy is a hell of a coach. And now you look at, like, you look at Nick Saban, and you think, it really does take all kinds to have success throughout eras with so many different people. He had Pete Golding and Lane Kiffin and Steve Sarkisian in the same rooms, and the machine just kept on churning.
yeah,
He had Cignetti, and Cignetti apparently hates him. So, like,
that I did not know that, but that would not surprise me at all.
the culture is stronger than the interactions day to day. That's
Okay, well-
we're learning so much. Thank you, Nick Saban, for teaching us yet again.
Oh, well, speaking of Alabama, that was the next thing we were going to talk about, which was Kayla DeBoer got a big money extension after this last season. Why? Was he already one of the highest paid head coaches?
Yeah. He moved on the list. He moved from, I mean, these numbers are not right, but he moved from like 7th highest paid head coach to like 4th highest paid head coach. Like, it's like that's directionally correct. That's not the actual numbers.
Well, he
It's
moved
like-
up the ranking. Whatever it
moved
was,
from, like-
based off his performance, he was rewarded for more money.
Yeah. Which,
Yeah.
dude.
Why?
Won a
Why?
playoff game on the road.
That's not the standard.
They're
like,
not
your standard
happy
is
with
tight.
That standard didn't exist 4 years ago.
The Alabama fans are not happy.
Are you going to gaslight us on this? He's clearly not as good as
When
the
were
team.
they
that
ever
they're-
happy? I can do this all
They
day.
had like 15 years of happiness where they're just like,
Yeah,
yeah, we're
what?
just gonna win. And like
Those
maybe we
people
don't
were
win
not
but like
happy.
we will
Yes,
win
they
this
were.
year.
Okay,
They were,
there's-
dude.
I will give them
They
this.
didn't have to
There's
stress on a Saturday in fall for like 12 full years in a row. Like, they were
basically,
fine.
yeah. Okay, come on. They went from we at a minimum are in the title every year to we're giving raises for losing the SEC title game and then squeaking your way into the playoff and then winning against the worst playoff team of the field. And honestly, that team kind of blew it. So like that's the standard we're at right now.
Yeah. And it's like this happened in May. Who were you negotiating against? Why did you do this? Like,
College football admins are the worst negotiators on the planet.
Yeah,
like,
dude, it's crazy. That I was my brother's an Alabama alum, Alabama fan, and I was talking to him about
How have we
like,
never talked about this?
Have we not? Oh yeah, no.
No.
Yeah. He's a dirtbag trader. We were Auburn fans our whole life, and then he went to Bama. Now,
God!
To be fair, they gave him a full ride. They also gave me a full ride, but I didn't turn traitor on Auburn. That's for damn sure. But like, yeah, no, he's a Bama fan. So I was talking to him about this like 3 days after it happened, and the cope is just beautiful. Because like 3 weeks earlier, he was like, "Yeah, dude, I don't know if Kalen's the guy. Like, we're not doing very good." And then like a few days after the extension, he's like, "Yeah, dude, we just had to lock him up." Like, it's like, dude, you got annihilated by Indiana in the playoff, which is awesome. You weren't negotiating against anyone. Yeah, I know there was buzz in the water that like Penn State was trying to get him or Michigan was looking at it or whatever. It's like that was like 6 months ago. Like those jobs are done, and it's not even like this was like, oh yeah, we like we got the extension hammered out like when it was relevant 6 months ago, but like it wasn't on paper. Like we had to go through all that and figure it out, so we're only announcing it now. It's like, no, I watched Kurt Signetti sign a contract like 3 days after Penn State opened because they were like, oh shit, Penn State's gonna try and get Sigs.
They're all
lock him
just
down.
wimps, dude.
Like,
they're all such pussies. All you have to show up is there's another opening and I'm gonna leave. None of them ever have the ball because it's not their money, so they don't give a shit. It's never their money. So they're just like, all right, whatever, fuck it, take the money. I don't care.
At some point, there has to be a reckoning for coaching contracts, as they're going to have to keep paying the workforce now. These administrations are going to have to cut bloat out somewhere. Utah has done their Redbird.
Oh, they're raising debt.
Group.
They're literally raising debt because they can't afford to operate.
Exactly. So there's going to have to be a cutback somewhere. And right now, if it means not extending Kalen DeBoer, how many years into a contract? This is like his third year with the team. Fourth.
Yeah, he still had like 4 years left on. He had like 4 years left on the.
Yeah, this was such a non. Like, yeah, they had time. They had so much time. And he didn't prove it anything. They're on a downward trend. They're literally getting worse every year. Like, what are we even talking about?
They missed the playoff last year, and now they were in and they won. So next year they'll be in and they'll host.
They'll win twice.
That's true.
Yeah.
You're like, I can't imagine. I can't believe you're doing this. Cope. Like, it's just so visible to everybody that they're getting worse.
Right. I'll say this. I'm not in the SEC circles that y'all are in all the time. Like, I have to like go out of my way to find that information because it's just not what I don't want to see that shit. But I will say this. Alabama is still a competitive team. I think I had this exact take right after the playoff. They still were in the SEC championship game. They got, blown out in that game, but they were still there, and they're always going to still be in there. And now the playoff field could be doubled. Like, it's going to be very hard to start saying, like, oh my God, we need to have such stringent standards that we can't accept the outcome of a certain game as talent gets more distributed and the standard of excellence gets flattened across the sport.
Josh, they were the most talented roster. In the country.
They were.
That was when you could give a guy a single car and he would go to your school for 4 years.
Right now
you can't do that shit anymore.
This past season, the season they just played, they were the most talented roster. Sorry, John, continue.
No. What you do in the scenario you're talking about is you let the contract ride out for like 2 more years. I'm looking at this right now. This is only a 2-year effective extension. It is like he had 5 years left on his deal, and they extended it by 2 years and gave him a bunch more money for no reason. Like,
I'm not saying that was a good idea. I'm saying that they did progress. I'm saying that their standards should be lower. They started off bad, and now they're better. And their standards should be lower because the landscape has changed.
Okay, let's just say 2 things. All right, first of all, forget the.
I'm not impressed by Alabama. I'm not so beholden to their standards or what they were. I know that Nick Saban was a separate thing, and that thing is over. And right now, what you are is pretty damn good. If it's not good enough, welcome to the club. There's plenty of people that aren't fucking good enough.
This is the talk of a person who's never had a championship program to root for. He doesn't know the standard is a champion as a title, and any year you don't win the title is a failure. Okay, I've only had 2 successful UGA seasons in my 26 years of watching them. Every other year was not successful.
Dog shit failure.
Okay, I'm trying to find a coach salary ranking.
Okay, but for the record, forget the fact that they were. Sorry, my camera's being weird. Forget the fact that they were in on the paper results. Okay, everybody just visually watching this football team is watching them play worse every season. The success in the playoff is just who you got matched up with in an expanded field. Like just. You don't need to be in the SEC circles to admit that, right? Like, you're watching them be worse.
Yeah.
Am I wrong, Josh?
My hot take is, because it's been so long, the regular season matters so much less, especially in a double-sided field.
Okay, but that's outside the argument of whether they get away with being worse. I'm just saying, you're watching them be worse, right?
I'm saying if we're going to give out contracts based on emotional decisions, all my emotions will be decided in January, not a day before.
Okay, so when you get annihilated by the literal worst team in Power Conference football in the Rose Bowl by 35 points, that gives you warm and fuzzies for January?
Yeah, we should extend this fucking guy. We just lost by 50 fucking points.
I don't know what to tell you. I wouldn't have done it.
I'm
saying whatever. Alabama has made the decision that this is who they are. I'm not going to convince them otherwise.
They're just gonna have a monstrous buyout to pay in a year and a half or 2 years. Like, it's crazy.
Exactly.
Sure.
I mean, so Kalen DeBoer right now my numbers earlier were partially correct. He is the 4th highest paid coach in college football. Is Kalen DeBoer the 4th best coach?
List out some of the other coaches just for context.
Okay, so he makes 12.5.
Okay.
Ryan Day, also 12.5.
Okay.
National championship coach, should have been fired for losing to Michigan a bunch of times.
True, still should have been fired, but he didn't.
But
continue.
Ryan Day has been a head coach for like 4 more seasons than Kalen DeBoer and has lost fewer games. He's 82-12. Kalen DeBoer is 57-17. That's awesome.
John, I don't think you understand the gauntlet that the SEC
yeah, dude. And the Pac-12 too, bro. Holy fuck.
This conference that doesn't fucking exist anymore.
Yeah. Lane Kiffin makes 13 at LSU. Not a championship winning coach. Could have been.
Sure.
Asterisk.
What would have been how he stayed?
Yeah, exactly. Because he would have won it at Ole Miss.
Sure.
True.
Kirby Smart, 13 mil. We know that he is.
What have you done for me lately?
Yeah, dude,
he's on the hot seat.
Fire him right now. And then Kurt Signetti at 13.2. So
okay, so basically everyone has a title except fucking Lane Kiffin and this guy.
Yes. And
tell me right now what the difference is between
behind
Lane Kiffin and Kalen DeBoer.
I think
Besides
DeBoer's
a couple
better,
Oregon
but
games.
it's not like I think he sucks. It's just he's not like
Yeah, I mean, both
he's
of them
underperforming.
are extremely overpaid, but that's fine. We let.
Do
the
you
free
think
market
Lane
make
Kiffin
these
got him this
decisions.
money?
maybe.
No.
Just by setting
We're
some
we're
contract
coming up with
precedent?
why he got a contract in May.
Because
I think it's because Alabama is stupid, frankly.
other people's money. It's other people. You're negotiating with other
it's not
people's
even
money.
Yes, I totally agree. It's not even that Alabama's stupid. It's that every athletic department is stupid and makes emotional decisions, and they don't have like. There needs to be like a hostile negotiator on the side of the school. Like the agent is the hostile negotiator for your coach. Like my dude's gonna leave, bro. He's gonna leave unless you give me a pony. Like the schools need someone who will do that. Who's like, okay, go. Like. Yeah,
We have them, the entire state of Iowa.
It's
Aren't
May.
we proud?
It's May. You can quit your job right now, and you're not gonna have work for another year and a half. Like, cool, dude, do it.
Yeah, I know. I know.
World Cup's on. Ivory Coast just took a 1-0 lead. Things are good.
Go, baby. I gotta turn that shit on.
Just as a final note before moving on, I just always think it's such a horrible precedent as an organization to allow yourself to be so easily threatened, like into submission. It's like you're just setting the precedent that anyone can do this to you. Can't you see that even if he did walk, it would be worth it in the long run of what you're doing to not be beholden to anyone at any. Tennessee just did it with their quarterback. They let him walk.
Yeah.
Obviously worth it, even if he was good.
Yeah.
Anyway. All right.
This is a quick side note. It's not in the notes, but since we were talking about it earlier, I don't really want to actually talk about the expanded playoff. But since I'm looking at this ranking and I'm seeing Mike Elko on here, he had the only correct take about playoff expansion a few weeks ago when it was getting talked about. When he was like, "Yeah, dude, obviously the only reason we're talking about playoff expansion is because." All of us coaches and athletic directors are less likely to be fired if we have a 2014 playoff because we can say, playoff appearance, you can't fire me. And I just respect to Mike Elko for keeping it real.
Yeah, he said it's supposed to be hard.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be a very difficult thing to do. Yeah.
Anyways, that's all I wanted to do on playoff expansion. I just wanted to give a quick
we're all on the
shout-out.
same page.
I'll shit on coaches a lot, but I want to... It's the only time I'll ever say anything positive about Texas A&M is that Mike Elko is properly shaped to be a football coach, and
that's
also
true.
He has the proper mentals to align with me, which means he's right.
Sorry, I saw a fun fact the other day before we move on to the next topic. It has to do with the World Cup, Texas A&M, and Georgia. Do you know what that fun fact is?
I know Georgia, Atlanta, like got in a fist fight with FIFA over something. That's it.
It's
That's all I
that Lionel Messi played at Texas A&M before Kirby Smart coached there.
Jesus. Also, I don't think Messi saw the pitch in the field in College Station. However,
you're right. Fake fan exposed.
Exposed. Score a goal in Jordan Hare Stadium, and I got to see it, so that was cool. I'm a huge footy guy. I love soccer.
Yeah.
I know how many players are on each team.
Speaking of Tigers, because this is relevant, Cameron Morgan, who had visited Auburn, is going to be a Missouri Tiger. He's going to be a different type of
I
Tiger.
should have tried to link up with him while he was here, bro.
Let's go.
You should have. I honestly think there
brought
was
him home.
He would have come to Auburn.
So it's outside the state of Texas.
Do you think
is there
he's
any
aware
documentary? No.
The documentary update is that there is no
documentary?
update. There has been nothing there.
God damn.
We should have put out more episodes and we would have followed it live. Like, breaking news on Cameron Morgan, it would have been incredible.
He posted 3 tweets since our last recording.
Yep.
They are all glory to God, God's plan, and I'm visiting Auburn in Missouri.
Just a note though, I do think
Former
that's a
Baylor
good
defensive end, 4-star freshman, transfer portal, very late. Got his grade fixed or something from a test last semester. I don't know, but now he was eligible. He's the last guy to be academically ineligible, even kind of for a little bit in 5 years. But there he is, back in the SEC. outside of the state of Texas
Yeah.
at Mizzou.
I will say pretty good pickup by Mizzou. They've got a very good defensive line pedigree. Mizzou's pretty good. I think last season could have gone could have been different. Had a couple games gone a different way. Alabama, they played Alabama well. I like Missouri in general. So good pickup by them. I think in general.
Another weird collection of talent at a ton of different positions that you're hoping will coalesce. And let's see. They got the Ole Miss wide receiver. They got Austin Simmons, backup Ole Miss quarterback.
They have good running backs. They had
another wide receiver that's already there, who's still there. So Mizzou, we'll see. I haven't looked at their schedule at all, but that's more stud players than I can.
They're pretty solid.
Yeah.
They always field respectable teams, like in general.
The stocks are going up.
Yeah. Yep. All right. Last thing. I wanted to ask this of you guys. So this year's NFL draft class for QBs, I'll list them off. Okay. Mendoza went to the Raiders. Drew Aller's on the Steelers. Carson Beck's on the Cardinals. Ty Simpson is on the Rams. Taylor Green, the Browns. Cade Klubnik is on the Jets. Who do you think is going to be the best? And who do you think is going to be out of the league first? I can repeat them again if you'd like.
We bring up the list,
but they're in the notes if you need.
All right. Here's how everything is going to happen for these guys. Mendoza, number 1 pick to the Raiders. They do need a quarterback. He's backing up Kirk Cousins, who, yes, that Kirk Cousins of Michigan State fame. I'm going to pretend you don't know anything about the NFL. He's been perfectly average, and he'll start this year.
For a while, right?
Yeah, he was on the Minnesota Vikings for forever. Yeah. Now he's a bridge quarterback on a team that should be 4th in their division. But Mendoza, I think they're doing a slow rebuild. He'll have a chance to come in, but I don't think they're going to rush him out. So I think he should be fine. Drew Aller is bad. There's a report that they're telling him, forget everything you've ever learned about
talk about that
quarterback at Penn State. In a room with Mason Rudolph, Oklahoma State quarterback Mason Rudolph, national
Rudolph
championship Wildcat and Buckeye Will Howard, and now year 22. I don't even know Aaron Rodgers. He is the 4th guy. Again, very low expectations, no pressure on Drew Aller. So there's a really good shot he's the one that's out of the league. If you're looking for a favorite for that. Carson Beck, 3rd round pick on the Cardinals. He's probably going to play a little too early than he should, but
I actually like that fit. I think that offense makes sense for him.
Like, why not? Hand it off, throw it to Marvin Harrison Jr. Maybe Marvin Harrison Jr. will break out in the NFL. We'll see how that goes. Yeah. I feel like Carson Beck is going to be an NFL quarterback for a while. Even if he doesn't play, he'll be in the room if he doesn't rub any more people the wrong way. He's running out of chances to do that. It's really important to be a good hang if you're not going to be a starting quarterback.
That's true.
He has to figure it out.
While we're on this one, I wanted to say this earlier, but my internet did not cooperate. I think it's funny that Brendan Sorsby is basically just like, what if Carson Beck was a little bit worse at everything, but a lot better at running the football? Just gotta shit on those players while I have the opportunity. Like,
I'll be honest. I don't even think it's close between those two players, and I don't even think Carson Beck is that good. I was like, Brendan Sorsby is not that good.
No.
He's like future NFL tight end on a practice squad. Like that's how I see it.
I have a perfect name for that tier of NFL player. I will come back to that.
Sure. Continue. So we were talking about Carson Beck, Ty Simpson on the Rams.
First round pick number 13 pick. Everyone collectively said, "Oh, But the Rams wanted him. He's been their first round pick in forever. Like, they've always traded away, but they saw replacing former Georgia quarterback Matt Stafford. They saw it as a priority after an MVP season. So
I think that makes a lot of sense as a like roster fit offense. It's a lot of like play action, stretch handoff football, like good coach scheme. I feel like he has like he can make all the throws. Like I don't see why it wouldn't work.
Good
bad.
coach,
I feel
good
like I said-
organization, and you don't have to, and he doesn't have to play for at least one, probably 2 or 3 years. I think that's a perfect spot for him.
Sorry, I believe I said Ty Simpson was going to be quarterbacking for Mizzou. I meant Austin Simmons. If I didn't say that,
No, you said
Austin
Austin Simmons. You got
Okay, cool.
No, you're good. Yeah.
And,
Taylor
another
Green.
SEC quarterback with an S name. I'm like, fine. Taylor Green, Arkansas quarterback, is the 4th guy in line at the Cleveland Browns, behind Shedeur Sanders, Dylan Gabriel, he who shall not be named,
the nasty man, yes,
and somebody else too.
Joe Flacco, the corpse of Joe Flacco or something.
Wait, no, that's right. Shedeur, 1, 2,
Dylan,
3. Yeah, no, yeah, he's the 4th guy. Never mind.
Okay. Yeah. So
I vexed myself. I counted this as 1.
yeah, and then
Shedeur is the leader in the doghouse, quite literally.
I would have liked Taylor Green to go to like 31 other franchises and sit for 2 years. Like,
he could have gone to like Baltimore. Would have made more
yeah,
sense.
he's just wow. Of course, you would say that. He's got. I like Taylor Green's like physical traits and stuff. He just doesn't need to be like. No one needs to be on the Browns, number 1, and number 2, he just needed to go to a place where he doesn't have to play for a little while.
6th round pick, 4th in the depth chart right now. The other guy hasn't played in a year or 2, so
yeah, I saw
knows?
the funniest Shedeur Sanders highlight or low light, I guess, from training camp last week. It was like a no contact, like 7-on-7, or no, it wasn't 7-on-7 because there were lines, but it was just like a drill or whatever, and he's taking 17 years to decide where to throw the ball, as he always does, and like the defensive tackle just kind of like puts his hand up, like one single hand, like I guess to say like I haven't won this, and like we're not like actually gonna hit each other because it's in June. And Shedeur looks at it and throws the ball and directly hits the meat of his arm. Like the dude's not even waving his shit around; he just has his arm up, and Shedeur just fucking dots it, dude. It's so funny. Oh,
yeah,
man, the Browns are awesome.
it's outstanding.
Good. It was good. I'll see if I can get that clip before you guys post this. I'll see if I can throw that in right there. It'll be better than me describing it.
And then the last QB, Klubnik on the Jets. So we went through everybody, best and worst.
You didn't say anything for that one, huh?
Wait,
Do you
what?
have anything to say about Cade
Klubnik?
Klubnik?
No.
I think he's okay.
That was the perfect assessment. I mean, Cade Klubnik is on a bad team. They're going to cycle through all their quarterbacks. None of them are going to be ready, and then they'll lose a bunch of games very quick. You just did it so efficiently. I was very impressed.
I mean, Klubnik's not that. I'm not that low on Klubnik in general. So I'm like, he'll be okay, whatever. Like he'll be in the league. I'm just talking best, worst. I feel like best I had was Ty Simpson. Like I personally think he'll be the best of the batch, and I think Klubnik will be the first cut of everybody.
I could see Aller being the first cut.
Well, yeah. I mean, according to the analysis that he sucks currently. I this didn't make it of our group chat, but I want to say it now. When Josh, when you sent us that quote about the Steelers telling him to unlearn everything, I immediately texted back that you're not supposed to throw the ball directly to the other team on the game-winning drive. I know they really hammered that in at Penn State, but you're not.
But imagine how efficient those practices are. Like you just line up your defenders, they work on their hands, so
Throw it
quick.
directly to the other team's safety to lose the game. And you do that every
That's
time.
how you become an asset in the backup quarterback room, Carson Beck. Learn your role.
This is making me curious who James Franklin's quarterback is going to be this year.
Tech.
Believe it's the guy with the chunky name from Penn State.
Oh, you're right, Grunkelmeyer. Yes.
There we go.
Grunkelmeyer is a deep pull to have in the back of your head.
I add the L because it's more fun. It's
Grunkelmeyer. Somehow it's Grunkelmeyer. But it's fascinating.
This is a callback to mid-season last year. On a show, I decided to be way funnier to call him Grunkelmeyer, and it's just you already have a funny name. I'm just gonna make it a little more silly.
Let's make it flow a little better.
Yeah, and that's got to beg the question: is this kid gonna have to unlearn everything? Is James Franklin what's the opposite of a QB whisperer? A QB shouter? Like
he stands behind them and goes,
quarterback, Hackenberg, Clifford, Allard, like.
He does not have an amazing. You're missing. Oh my God, what the fuck is his name? They won the Big Ten title with him. Trace McSorley.
Come on.
Another Ravens quarterback.
McSorley, Hackenberg.
No, he's a corner, isn't he?
Jesus Christ.
He's not even a quarterback. I think it's like the league.
No, he's not in the league anymore, but he did go to the Ravens.
Yeah. No, James Franklin does a lot of things right. Quarterback play is not one of them.
There is another Ravens quarterback on our list. He's listed as a UFL legend, but I believe he's got signed to the practice squad of the Ravens.
Haynes King, I'm guessing? Or no, Diego Pavia.
No,
that's right.
Diego Pavia.
Honestly, a good fit for what they're like offensively doing as a backup QB. Like, because at least it's like on scheme. Like if you have to bring your backup in.
Imagine running a tush push with Diego Pavia. That has to be great.
Just
letting him sneak right under the center.
He'll turn around and be like, dude, stop touching me. I'm not gay. Like, I guarantee you.
I just know it's not going to be good. Like, he is not an NFL level quarterback, like in any way. But, it'd be
that's
cool.
The thing. The UFL Legends tier is the level of quarterback I'm excited about. I'm glad that spring football that is now concluded. Congratulations to the Louisville Kings for winning in their first year of existing in the United Football League, beating the Battlehawks at home again. God damn it! But there's a place for guys that were effective in college but not NFL passers to still have a lot of success by just cheesing a bunch of run plays and winning. Do you want to know the stat line for the Louisville Kings championship game? Wait, hold up. So the Louisville Kings won championship. I'm trying to find their stats. Give me just a second.
I don't think people record those for that.
Oh, yes, they do.
Oh, yeah, I guess if people are betting on it, then you have to.
You have to.
Imagine betting like player props on the UFL games, dude.
That's why
I bet Brendan Sorsby was doing that.
Dude, Brendan Sorsby should. I was gonna say Brendan Sorsby should not be betting on that game because he should be in the UFL at some point. But
it would be damaging to his mental health to not allow him to bet on the UFL.
Absolutely,
that's true. So we have to do it.
All right, Carlos Rogers. 81 passing yards, 2 picks. W.
Hell yeah, baby.
This is what I mean, dude. Brendan Sorsby was doing that against Nebraska and was one possession away last year.
Yeah.
Diego Pavia could do that easy. The UFL legend tier quarterbacks I have are Diego Pavia, Haynes King, and Sawyer Robertson. Sawyer Robertson could be the MVP of the UFL. I swear to God.
Yeah.
There's a lot of exciting young talent that needs to be cycled into the UFL. A bunch of teams. The Battlehawks went into their year with a former Tulane quarterback, I think Kyle Pratt, hurt most of the season, never got to play for them. Their backup came in. I knew he sucked week 1. He was just there. They had to trade for a guy, found out he sucked, but couldn't do anything else. I'm like, you're telling me Sawyer Robertson wouldn't be the best guy in this room? but also
Yes.
should not be in the NFL, apparently. I'm saying.
Is there a UFL draft? Like, how does it work?
There is a
Let's
UFL
not do
draft.
this. Let's-
Yeah,
we don't need
let's
to do
not
that.
fucking get into that. Who cares
There is
how the UFL is formed?
There is a draft. There is a draft. When it is and when it will be announced and how they do things is very strange and arcane, and it didn't make sense. And players were
How is
finding
the
out.
draft?
Players
How
were
could that
finding
be a
out
con-
from
It's a
social
council of
media.
sultans, dude. It's
It was
fine.
very bad. They need to get more organized. But spring football has concluded another season. We did it. I got to watch more of my guys play. Hakeem Butler, wide receiver from Iowa State, class of 2019, was the offensive player of the year. I'm still watching one of my favorite college players play. Get on board next year. Next year.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah,
next year. We'll
Next
totally
year's
watch
the
it.
year.
Weekly recaps of the UFL. Yeah,
Weekly.
that's a promise, and all three of us are held to it.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Take a blood oath. All right, well, that's a good place to leave it. We'll call it there. That was our off-season pod for this
We'll have
off-season.
more. We'll have more.
Well,
eventually.
we'll definitely do one more. I think for sure, but we'll call it there.
No, we'll do more than that, but it might be a while.
John has a girlfriend now, so it's hard to plan.
Thanks, man. I appreciate you doxing me like that.